You've stopped into another episode of Dad Crossing where myself, Nick, and my co-host Sean will have real, honest chats about the highs and lows of dad life. We'll laugh together at the craziness of parenting and the silliness of our kiddos, and we'll support each other through the challenges and tough decisions of fatherhood. Whether you're a seasoned granddad or a dad-to-be, we promise laughs, relatable, and sometimes raw talk, and expert help to tackle the tough issues. Not from Sean and me, but from the amazing guests we'll have on the show. So let's be dads crossing through life together. Sean, I know we just talked about this, but off air, but I'm going to say this household is super excited, not for the Super Bowl as you would think it would be, but for the Olympics. I love curling. Curling is like my favorite winter sport ever. And it is so lame. I know most people are probably out there like, oh my gosh, curling's like awful. But it's really like shuffleboard on ice, Sean. Have you ever seen it?
Yes. Oh well, yeah, I have seen it, I think it's very strange the brushes when
Yeah.
they're frantically brushing the
Mm-hmm.
loose ice off so it doesn't slow it down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I absolutely love it. Two of the guys from our team are 40 minutes north of me in the good old Kazoo Curling Club. So I don't know him or anything. I just know that, and I know a guy who is a big part of that club. So I think that's pretty cool. So yeah, so we watch the opening ceremonies. Sean, I know you don't watch these, but I watch it partially because I think it's entertaining and partially because I always love to see, like, it's always just this random, like, entertaining, like, I don't know, dance and other random stuff. And they always have a meaning, but there's no way you would know the meaning until the announcer guy's like, this is to show how Italy has come together throughout its entire life. And I'm like, oh, I never got that. Okay. But it's good to know. So anyways, but we spent 3 hours watching that last night to watch the very weird orb-looking torch get lit, but it's cool. So yeah, so we're excited about that, and we're excited for the Super Bowl, but much more about Olympics. So there you go.
Yeah, well, I'm not surprised you're not excited for the Super Bowl. Your team's not in it.
Yeah, I can usually get behind. It's just we like I was. It's I don't know. The NFL did not catch me this year, even when like the Lions had life, and there was a possibility that they could do something. I don't know. I just wasn't like. I actually kept up more with Noah, who would be like, "Dad, did you see the Lions win? Oh man, the Lions lost." I'd be like, "Oh no, I didn't pay attention." So I watched a few games this year, but that was really it. I think every game I watched, they lost. So probably shouldn't watch them play. I guess it's probably my bad.
Maybe.
So
So
that's it.
between the two that are playing, the Patriots and the Seahawks, have you got one that you would root for more than the other?
It's been a while for the Seahawks, like not super long. But also, I would like to see a Patriots victory that did not involve Tom Brady or Bill Belichick. I think that'd be pretty fun, and that would say a lot for that organization, that franchise, that they ditched Tom Brady, they ditched Bill Belichick, who, as we were talking, has gone a little off the deep end with his young little girl that she has now, but. I think it would still say a lot that they got those two like awesome people out. I mean, it still says a lot that they made it this far, and they were able to like go all the way. It says a lot for the franchise and the people who are pulling the levers in the office and stuff like that, picking who gets to be the the manager and the coach and stuff. So yeah, I think
Cool.
I don't really
Well,
care though, but I guess I go Patriots if I had to choose.
go Patriots.
Plus, that's Drew's like team from the old After Dark. So
Oh, well, in that case, no, Seahawks all the way. Sorry, Drew.
so
Okay.
yeah. What
No,
about you? Oh yeah, go ahead.
I haven't got into it this year either, and I think it was mainly because I kind of rode the train of the the Lions last year and how well they
Yeah.
were doing, and then all the organizational changes that was made. And you could see at the start how that they were struggling with that, and then they somehow, like you say, got some life and found a way to work with everybody that was there, and then the more changes were made, and it just dwindled. And I was like, oh well,
Hmm.
it's not going to happen. I'll
Yep. Yep. The Lions season is always kind of like a Donkey Kong, one of the Donkey Kong barrel levels, where it's just like you're like, oh my gosh, look at I made this awesome jump. I did this thing. Look at that. Oh, I fell in the hole. No, well, that's the end of that. Okay, and you're just like, and sometimes you get so close. You're just like last year, it was like, oh my gosh, I've made all these jumps right, but you fall in one hole, and it's like, well, screw you. Try again. So that's it. We always fall in a hole, Sean, every time.
yeah. Well, if they guess it, I'm assuming if that's something that happens on the regular, why have they not learned from that?
Yeah, that's a great question. I don't know.
Fair enough. Well,
Yeah,
moving
yeah,
on.
yeah,
Moving on.
yeah. I wish I had an answer. I feel like every time we get somebody new, we're always like, "This is the guy," and then it's not the guy. So who knows? Who knows? What about you,
Who
man?
knows?
What have you been up to? What are you doing?
What have I been up to? Let me think. When did we last speak? Was it Thursday last week? Wasn't it?
Feel like that
Yes,
is about right.
that's about right. So I worked my nights. That was what it is. I slept too much on Monday, which was not good. So usually when I come off my last night, I usually try and get to bed as soon as I possibly can, and then will sleep until like half 12, 12ish, and wake up. So then I'm still tired. So when I go to bed in the night, I, you know, will actually sleep. But this Monday, I set my alarm for half 12. Um, it went off. I had all intentions of getting up and out of bed and going to the gym, and then I fell asleep and got woken up by Lindsay at 20 to 3, who was fortunately working from home that day. She came upstairs and she's like, I thought you were getting up at like 1. You need to go and get Logan from school. I was like, oh, yeah. So luckily, I managed to fall asleep pretty good that night. The unfortunate thing is that on Wednesday morning, actually, no, sorry, Tuesday morning, I woke up at like half 1 in the morning, just like suddenly woke up, bing, and that was it. I was awake.
Mm-hmm.
So,
This happens to me quite often. I mean, probably like at least once a week, and sometimes it's consecutive. Well, and then I'll get on the routine of like, I'm up at 1, and now I'm tired at like 9, and I'm like, I'm trying to stay awake so that I don't wake up at 1, but then I fall asleep, and then I wake up at 1 because I'm like, well, now you slept for like 4 hours, you're good. Just do your thing. And so it's like, oh, I gotta get back out. I gotta break this routine. So
yeah,
yeah.
I'd say I broken it, but I haven't. My day shifts were horrendous to work that I've just done. Um, like I one I couldn't sleep for, and then the other one I managed to sleep for, but it must have been a very bad sleep, and I woke up Friday morning feeling very tired. I dragged myself to the gym, but regretted every decision I made. Um, Stayed up late last night, hoping that I'll be tired this evening, and it hasn't worked. So, but with the not sleeping, I've played lots of Arc Raiders. So,
Nice. You still loving it?
lots. Yes, I am still very much. Um, it swings and roundabouts with it. I'll go on and I'll be like, right, I'm gonna get all kitted up, make my own loadout, and I've got like certain things that I want to do. I have like on each map now, I have a certain run that I like to do to to get the best goop. Um, and then I'll go in with a free loadout and I'll be like, right, I've got some, because there's missions that you have to do for the traders and stuff. So I'm focusing on the missions and things like that. So, but yeah, I'm at like level 41 now. So
Nice. Very
mm,
cool.
that's sped up.
Yeah.
What else? Thursday night, um, the handheld console that I ordered turned up.
Yes. I don't think you've talked about this on air.
Oh, have I not?
I don't.
No.
I don't think you did. I think it was after the podcast that you started to talk about it. I think.
Okay. So early January, so January 11th, I saw an advert online for this cool little handheld console. It's got a D-pad, it's got A, B, X, Y buttons, it's got the L1, L2, R1, R2, and R1 and R, and then the analog sticks press in as well because it's got the analog sticks. It's got a really nice little screen. I'd say he's looking at his hands now. I'd say like 3.5, 4 inches across
Okay.
screen wise. Really clear. And it houses well, online it said 15,000 games. And when it's come and I've loaded it up, it's like at 19,800 and something.
They just gave you 4,000 more games?
Yeah, and I think you can add to it as well. I haven't figured that out yet, and I need to do some research, but I think you can add extra games to it because the emulators are there to add the ROMs to. So
Yeah, because 19,000 games. I mean, that's only going to
it
last
isn't
so
enough.
long. At some point you're
There
going to
is
get bored.
there is some repeat games which I'm finding. So there's like the European version, there's a US version, then there's the like the Eastern version, so like and stuff like that. So like there's Super Mario World 2, is it Yoshi's Island? There's like 3 different versions of that.
Okay.
So there's a lot of repeat games.
You think maybe
So
that's why they said 15,000? Like they've kind of taken the repeats and like said, okay,
yeah,
there's
dwindled it down a little
there's
bit.
15,000 unique games.
Yeah.
So yeah, that
But
makes
yeah, it's
sense.
really cool. The operating system's really good. It boots up
Yeah, good.
and like within 30 seconds you can pick which game you want to be playing. So
And you can find pretty easily.
yeah.
Like what game?
Yeah, so when you're in the main menu, you just hit the Y button like you do on the Xbox and search.
Okay.
You can, and then it brings up. So, say if you wanted to play Pokemon, you just literally type in "poke," and it brings up every Pokemon game that's on there across the Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance. There's N64. Can't remember if there wasn't one on the SNES or the NES. Yeah, so it just brings all them up, and then you can pick through.
That's
So
really
there's
awesome.
crystal, black, gold, red, green, Pikachu yellow. They're all there. The special edition Pikachu yellow is on there as well.
So how is this legal? Do you know?
I don't know. No.
Okay. I mean they're flaunting it. So I mean it's not like you found it on the dark web. I mean I found the link for the American version of the website. It's right there. So I mean it's not like they're hiding what they're doing. And I'm sure Nintendo would like have brought the ninjas down if it wasn't, I would think, or maybe I don't know, maybe they're still flying under the radar. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
But yeah, it just seems crazy that it's like, yeah, I got all the Pokemon games for like $70, by the way, and of 50 million other games too.
Yeah, it's like the old cartridges that you used to be able to get for the DS. There was an RS4 cartridge.
Okay.
Used to have like all the DS games preloaded into it.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's like that. And in fact, the operating system I think is called RS36. So,
Do they have like a
good.
random play? Like it'll just pick a random game for you?
Yes.
Oh, that's fun. I was like, because I'm thinking, okay, I can search for the games I know, but there's 19,000 games. Probably at least 18,000 of them I don't probably know, and so it's like, okay, so yeah, this way it'll just choose a random game. I like that. That's
They
kind
have
of
all they have all the stand-up cubicle games as well, which I love. Like Cuba was one of the, I think Cuba was one of the first arcade games I played when I came to America as a kid to Florida. And they have the stand-up cubicle version, but they also have the console version as well.
It's really cool. I will have to find. I didn't realize. So like, I didn't realize you liked Qbert. I'll have to see if I could find the There's a podcast on. There's a Game Scoop episode. So the podcast Game Scoop. There's an episode where they interview the Qbert like creator, and it's actually a pretty crazy episode where he's like, don't know, we just didn't really know what to do, so I just like started to make this thing, and and he kind of just like tells the story. It's a pretty fun episode of him just like telling the story
Yeah.
and how it happened.
Yeah, I'd say that coming across to America and the arcade games was probably the main reason why I game as much as I do, because I enjoy it. I enjoy the stand up console thing more than anything. So
Sure.
that's why I like those bars with them in now. That are popping up all over the
Mm-hmm.
UK, where you can go and you can buy a beer and 15 tokens for like £8, and then go and play stand up cubicle games.
That's
Like
cool. That's cool. Neat. Well, on my side of gaming, I'm pretty addicted to Grounded again. It was a rocky start we had kind of went back and forth, and update 2 definitely had some issues. I think they may have updated some stuff, and it just like updated and didn't tell me, or like it did it in the background while I wasn't there, because it's a little bit more stable than it was when I initially jumped in. When I initially jumped in, I lost my backpack numerous times, and I fell through many holes, many floors that I should not have fallen through. Also, to be fair, I goofed off and went into an area that I was not prepared to be in, and I should not have gone in. I went into the crack of the wall, and then I ducked down, and I went in this little area. And I mean, you're supposed to be there, because I found way ahead of time, I found this like really cool weapon. But I was getting chased by an whipperwig, I think is what it was called. I don't know, but it was kicking my butt, and so then I just like jumped off the edge of the cliff, which dropped me all the way down into this like pool of water, because I thought I was gonna die down there and hit the ground, but there was a pool of water, so that was nice. Swimming needs some real work. You swam in the first one. The second one has not had swimming yet, so swimming is a little rough. It works, but it's a little rough. And then, but then I went on like a 3-hour journey, Sean, to try to get my backpack back, because there was not an easy way to get back up. So I literally had to die, then find my way back down to the bottom with a bunch of clay so that I could build stair steps back up to the top and try to dodge these little whipperwig things that would kill me pretty quick. It was a problem. That's a me problem, not a game problem. But there was many game problems too, of like, as I was doing that, sometimes I'd just like I'd place a clay block, and then I would just start falling, and just keep falling, and I was like, until I died. Kudos to Obsidian for not taking themselves too seriously. They did include a retrieve your backpack, so once per save, you can go in, hit game repair, and click retrieve your backpack, and it will drop at the onboarding station. So that was very helpful. So I never like completely lost anything. They added that, Sean, after the first issue with backpacks when the game first came out. So because I know we both had that issue where our backpack just like fell through the floor. You had talked about that too.
Yeah, that was one of the reasons I never went back to it.
Yeah,
because I lost so much good stuff in one fell swoop, and I was like, no.
Yep. So then they added that, and now all backpacks just kind of go there, and you can get them, which is nice. I really appreciate them understanding, like, we're not 100% on this game, so we're gonna give you a method to get it back.
So if you copied that save data into a different file, would you be able to get unlimited amount of rescue backpacks?
No, because it's just going to take you back where you were, and then you're going to have to like. So I mean, you could like, I'm going to use air quotes here because it's just a video game. I mean, it's nobody's life or death, and it's not worth any money. You could cheat, and certainly like if you died and you didn't really want to go back to get your backpack, you could totally game repair it, get your backpack, and then save, and then load the new save, and then you wouldn't have to go find your backpack. So I mean, you could definitely do that if you wanted to. But for the most part, I like the challenge if I'm going to explore to see if I can get my back. Just like that. I really like, I knew I could have game repaired my backpack back to me, but I wanted the challenge of finding it, and I got it. And I was so excited after like so many hours. I was like, I got my backpack. I'm running back. I run into this ant hole because that's the way I have to go now to get back out because I haven't figured out how to use the tubes for that area yet. So I'm running, and then all of a sudden I'm just like, what? And I'm just like, no, all that work, and then my backpack is stuck in a hole and I can't get it. Anyway, so.
Yeah.
But I've been loving. So now I'm building the castle. So now I'm on to. I have this little outpost. I have a cabin on the table. Now I'm building a castle on the like stoop of the where the statue is. So.
Oh, it's where you said with the brickwork.
Yep. Yep. Building the castle
okay,
there. I bit off a lot. There's not many weed stems left in the park at this point. I'm waiting for them to upgrade. It's a lot of work. I have put in probably just like 5 hours just into building this castle at the moment. So, and it's not done. It is not done. But that's okay. This is the kind of stuff I love with Grounded. So I'm fine with that. And then we're into Animal Crossing again. I'm not like heavily into it. I'm more into it just because the kids are. I wanted to goof around in it while we were watching stuff that I didn't really care about. And then the kids saw that it was up on the Switch, and Noah was like, "Well, can I go back in Animal Crossing?" I was like, "I don't care. You have your own save. You can do whatever you want." And so now he's back on his island. It is really neat. For one, I forgot how young Ariel was when Animal Crossing was, like the thing. She was 3. So so Ariel's really experiencing Animal Crossing for the first time. She's like, "Dad, how do I get and she's coming off of Minecraft, which makes it even more fun. Because she's like, "Dad, I don't have enough room. How do I build chests?" And I was like, "Well, that's not how this game works, sis. You don't build chests. You got to upgrade your house." And she's like, "Oh." So she's really experiencing and figuring out the mechanics for the first time for her.
Oh,
and so
that's so nice to see.
Yeah, and so we're helping her with DIY recipes as we find them, and we're doing all that stuff, and it's super neat because she's like into decorating these hotel rooms, which is kind of the new update that came out this year. And so she's decorating it, and it's just really, she's on my island. I moved her to my island when I stopped playing because I told her then, I was like, I'm not going to play much anymore, so no, you can kind of have my island and goof around it. And so it's really neat because she's really into decorating and doing the thing, and she's like, how do I get money? And she's trying to pay off Tom Nook and all that jazz. So it's been really fun to experience, like, to watch her. And like I said, I did not, like, in my head, I was like, how do you not have DIY recipes? We played for like 2 years. And Noah was the one that was like, Dad, she was like 3. She had no idea what she was doing when she was playing. She'd just goof off. And I was like, oh, it's probably true. And then as I was like cleaning my mailbox, which is super fun, so many memories in my mailbox of you sending me stuff, especially for like the first time and stuff like that. Or you being like, the one message was like, dude, I need another slingshot. I broke my slingshot. I don't know how to get it. You sent me the one. Said, please send me another. And it was just like, I was just like so fun. I saved a million messages. But then when I got to Ariel messages, they were just like a little kid hitting the keyboard. Basically, it was just like AAASSSDDD. Like it was just like, and I was like, oh yeah, she was that young. Okay, got it. So like, yeah,
it's like a little time capsule that you've like.
It really is. Yeah,
that's nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
So, but yeah, so that has been good fun. And like I said, it's not really been a lot of me. I've been playing mostly Grounded. I've just been watching them, and I'll hop in every once in a while at night, see if I can find a DIY recipe real quick and mail it to her if I find it. So,
I wonder if I think I have loads just saved. So I might have to go and look and then forward them all onto you, and then you can forward them onto Ariel. So
you want to know what's funny? I like right before, I didn't think they'd be interested in playing. Like I never even thought to ask them. So as I get in there and I'm cleaning up the island, I had so many DIY recipes because remember, we used to save them. We'd have like a little DIY space and people could come and look at them. And I literally was like, listen, I'm not playing this with other people anymore like I was. So I literally took them all and sold them. I was like, and then Ariel's like, I don't have any DIY recipes. And I was like, oh man, I sold so many. So I was like, I'm so sorry. I was like, I didn't think you were going to be into this. So yeah.
I'll have to remember which Switch it's on. I load it up. Unless, oh no, I think I've put it on the Switch too, so I should be able to do that.
Did you use the Animal Crossing transfer tool to get it over there?
Probably not.
Then it's probably not over there. Because I think the only way that moves is if you use that particular tool. Because that's what I had to do. I had to use the Animal Crossing transfer tool, and you have to have them both next to each other and do something
Yeah, I
on
just
one
can't.
and then do something on the other.
I can't remember which Switch I transferred it to. I think I took it from my OG to the OLED
Sure.
because I can remember saying how much better it looked on the OLED.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. Yeah. I moved mine over, and so when I had the
look at
Switch
that.
2.
I will do all that just to see if I can get Ariel some recipes.
Oh, well, that's very kind of you. I'll let her know. Yeah. I don't know. Anything else for you this week?
No, the kids break up literally the day after the day of Valentine's. No, the day before
Day
Valentine's
before,
Day.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the kids break up for the week. I don't think we have much planned, but I have some time off. It just felt really nice this year that I booked the Valentine's weekend off, and then we get extra days off at work because of the 12-hour shift pattern we work. Otherwise, we'd end up working 42 hours a week rather than 37 hours a week. So we get extra days off given back to us. And like we call them DDOs, and my double DDOs fall. So like I've got 2 sets of shifts off without having to book any shifts off.
Nice.
So I
Nice.
finish nights Wednesday morning, and then I'm not back at work until the 28th of February.
Cool. So you'll be off the whole time they're off.
Yep, which will be
That's
nice.
awesome.
I'm going to get the garage cleaned out because it's in desperate need of cleaning out, and then I've got 3 bikes to repair. So Emily's has got a puncture somewhere. Logan's tire seems to be going down periodically, but not always, which is weird. And then my bike, so we can all go on a bike ride.
I bet it's just small enough. I've had that happen where if he sets on it just right, like if wherever that slice is, it seals unless it's like just right on the tire, and then it opens up and it'll go down. Like I've had that happen on a bike before.
Yep. So yeah, I'll do that one. I'll probably order some slime inner tubes. I don't know if you've ever seen those before.
Mm-hmm.
Just for the back wheels, because they're always the ones that with kids that end up getting punches first. So
Yeah.
they're not very. They don't. It's not very often they lean on the front end. They're
Mm-hmm.
usually sat down. So a lot of 2 slime inner tubes and just fit those rather than messing around trying to repair them.
Mm-hmm.
And then that way, if they do pop, because those slime inner tubes, when they go, they're interesting. They do save your bacon quite a bit. So
Yeah, I've
I can
never,
remember
I've not ever used them. So
when I went to the bike park in Wales where I did my elbow. Yeah. Mine, I ended up popping the back tire, and I didn't know about it until I was close to the end of the run, and I got there, and I was like, I had this green gunk all up the inside of my legs, and I was like, where the hell does this come from? And then like I looked at my tire, and I could just see it like bubbling away. I was like, wow. I don't know when that's happened, but it's held on really well.
that's awesome.
So.
Very cool.
But no, that's it. Other than that, it's just business as usual for us guys. Yeah. Rex is currently flat out because I don't think he's quite understood that because it's dark and we're doing this, that it's not like late at night. So he's now laid on the floor like, I'm confused.
That's funny. Yeah, no, that makes sense. For those who are listening, we normally podcast like at 10 Sean time, 5 my time, but the only way this is going to work this weekend is to podcast at noon my time and 5 Sean time. So,
Yeah.
so yeah, I only have one other thing. I'm still fighting the pneumonia stuff. I ended up going back to the doctor. He gave me a new antibiotic, doxycycline. I don't know, never heard of it. But I'm taking that. Feel a little bit better from it, so we'll see. But he basically was like, "This is all I got. If this doesn't work, you got to go to a pulmonologist." So yeah. So we're gonna see if this works, and if not, I get to go up north to a pulmonologist. So and see.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Do they need to drain
do you
the
need to what?
lungs? Do they need to drain the lungs?
I have no idea. I have no idea what he'll say. I mean, the doctor was just. I mean, I appreciated his candor. Instead of trying to act like he could solve the problem when he didn't know what's going on, he was just like, he's like, this is all I have for you. I've given you the inhalers I can give you. I've given you all the antibiotics I can give you. He's like, at this point, go somewhere else. So yeah, he gave me a referral to the pulmonologist, and if I'm not better after these 7 days of this antibiotic, then I move on to him. So we'll see. Maybe he'll say drain the lungs. He said he'll probably order a CT scan of him just so he can get a real picture of what's going on in there. So,
wow, this is like you've definitely leveled this up from I have a chesty cough to I have an infection to I have pneumonia.
yeah. I have pneumonia that nobody seems to understand how to get rid of. So, yeah, it's been fun. It's been a great start to 2026 health wise. So, loving it. But I mean, as I told the doc, I was like, I mean, the cough is annoying, and I don't really like that it sounds like I, been crushing cigarettes since I was a toddler. But I mean, I feel fine. Like on that side of things, I'm okay. Like I'm not tired. I'm not lethargic. I'm still running. Like I still run 2 or 3 times a week. I mean, all those things are fine. It's just have this cough and this cruddy sounding lungs. So
Yeah,
there you go.
well,
Fun days.
hopefully it'll just clear up and you'll be fine. And if it's weird if you say if you're coughing, then that usually tells you that there's still stuff in there. Because I'm
Yeah.
assuming from watching you cough into a
There's definitely
tissue,
stuff in there. Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
fluid.
There's definitely stuff in there.
There's stuff there. So unless it's just your body's taking its time getting rid of that.
Yeah, hopefully. So we'll see. Which also, to listeners, if you're wondering, wow, I can't see this on YouTube anymore, it's because it's really not great content on YouTube. You really don't want to see it. There's a lot of me muting and coughing, and so that's why you don't. It's not worth it. So audio only for
my
right
eyes
now.
only.
So that's right. Yeah. Audio. Sean has to bear his way through it, so he gets no choice. But I didn't want to punish y'all with that. So you're welcome.
Cool. Well, until Wednesday, people, where we're going to be talking about. I've forgotten what we said we were going to talk about. Oh, we're struggling to like line up schedules to meet friends and do stuff like post kids because when we're all hip, young, and cool, it was easy. You could just drop everything and be like, yeah, let's go here and do this. And now you have those tiny little humans that you're massively responsible for because if not, they would like roll around like potatoes and drop off things. It's I was trying my hardest to make Nick spit his drink over there. You kind of have to be caring and parental and nice, and you give up things. But then once your kids get to a certain age, it's then trying to find that again. Then becomes difficult because you get comfy, you get stuck in your ways, and there's too people-y out there. So yeah, come join us on Wednesday when we talk about that. But until then, we'll see you later.
See you later, guys.
Thanks for tuning in to Dad Crossing. We're here to remind you that this podcast is made by dads for dads. It's a place where all of us can come together, share a laugh, and tackle the wild ride that is fatherhood. If you want to keep the conversation going or just need a safe space to chat or ask for help, you are always welcome to reach out. You can find me, Sean, at Sean_Abbott, and you can find my good friend Nick at Nick10Do. And of course, give our social media platforms a good look over because that is where we share all the updates, all the laughs, and all the things dad life. That is, everything is at Dad Crossing. For anything more, feel free to drop us a message at team@dadcrossing.com. And until next time, stay strong, stay connected, and remember, you're never alone on this journey. We'll see you in the next episode of Dad Crossing.